Now we're live. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my YouTube. I'm gonna go into my YouTube and we can check the. I'll check the stream. Oh, they got me in the wrong one. What is that about? How did I get in there? All right, let's check Facebook. I don't feel like dealing with that. Facebook Live. Okay, yeah, it says we're live. I'm gonna put my shirt on too, my sweatshirt. Testing, testing. All right, so I don't have any sound in the stream.
Really?
Nope. But I haven't used it in. It's the first time I've used it in a while, so I'll have to go in there and see.
Let me check it out.
Go into Streamlabs.
Yeah, let me check it out on Streamlabs right now. It's taken from the mixer.
It is? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Turn this one up. The USB.
Oh, the USB.
Yep, there it is. That's probably it.
Oh, okay.
So you got the USB, you see the phone,
Yeah.
and then the other one's the Bluetooth.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Should we see if it's on Facebook now?
So now let's see if it's on. Testing, testing, mic check. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it looks good. Let's move you over to that side.
You hear it?
Stream. Hello, hello. No, and then I might have to go back and mess with it again because for the longest, the stream would sound low.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it took me some time to dial it in. No, there we go. Oh, yeah, we're good now. There it is.
Sick.
Yep. Let's see. I'll turn my glasses off for a second and you can hear it. Hello, hello. We back at it. The Spotlight Show is back. I've been out for a minute. Oh, would I pause it? Time to dial it in. No, there we go. Oh, yeah, we're good now. There it is. Yep. Nice.
Good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Pause it. Time to dial it in. Look good?
It's great.
There we go. Oh, yeah, we're good now. There it is. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. For a minute. Yeah. Pause it. Time to dial it in. It's great. There we go. Oh, yeah, we're good now. There it is. Yeah. Nice. Absolutely.
Quick photo. Quick wardrobe.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn this off.
And then I'll have a mic, so if you ever are like...
Oh, that's what I was. That was my other thing.
Because I can just switch myself and show myself.
Yeah,
I get myself.
We're not in there. Let me see. Let me see. I do. Let's see. I don't know where that's at. Do I? Let's see.
I could even... No, not really.
flipped around.
Flipped around to the screen.
Yeah. I have them set up at the table.
Hey, bro, this one's not really want to screw on very well.
Let's see. Take this out. Take this thing out.
Oh, this thing?
Let's see. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, this thing.
Oh, no, you put that thing in.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, no. Alright, we gotta get the other one in. I think this one will work.
Oh, drop me out of mic. That would work. Okay, sick. I think it's the same.
Same?
Oh, wait, that might be screwed on there.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
It's a little different. This other mic's not in the shot, is it?
Nah.
Okay. On the wide?
No, it's not neither.
Okay. Oh, then we gotta do that. It's a little tricky.
This one's too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to. I guess you gotta tighten it up.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, here we go.
Balance this a little more.
Yeah.
There we go. That should be good, right?
I believe so.
Then, yeah, XLR.
And I'll put you in too.
Check, check. Okay, sweet.
You hear yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna go like. I'm gonna have to like turn slightly whenever I talk to it, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Maybe I'll move it a little bit actually.
There you go.
If I put it
And,
right here.
If you hit 2,
Yeah.
hit the number 2,
Oh,
level,
level.
and just turn that up. That's the gain.
Okay, okay. Okay, sweet. Yeah. You can hear me good.
I can't hear you. I don't have headphones
Or
on.
I can hear me. Yeah, I guess I can hear me. Yeah, yeah. And then I'll. That should mute it, right? Okay, yeah. That way I don't have to bring it up and down if I just click that mute button.
Yep.
And Riverside is still showing purple. I think everything should be good. I will make sure we're still streaming.
If y'all tuned into the live stream, got my guy Liam in the building now. And so we are just going through some stuff, getting him acquainted with the system, get this thing rocking and rolling, and take this thing to a new level. Let's see. All right, let me get my remote back here. There we go. We everything good? Still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Oh, dang it. Let's see. Get that out of there. Oh, this is going to be a trip trying to use this thing. All right. Let's see what we got here. Look good, sound good?
Yes, it does. Sounds good to me.
Let me turn that back on. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Thorn City Spotlight Show. I'm Naeem Hall, and this is Thorn City. This isn't just a podcast. This is the Thorn City Podcast whole system. Turning conversations into content, content into visibility, and visibility into relationships.
Battery 71.
It's a system designed for one thing: leverage. Because visibility isn't about fame, it's about focus. Thorn City motto is be seen, be heard, be remembered. That's the mission. So, I built a system, I proved it, and now I'm bringing people into it. And so tonight hits different a little bit. And so, actually, before we get into anything, I need y'all to tap in on the tap in. Like my bro Seasoning would say, I got that from him. I stole it from him, and I've been using it. So every time I use it, I got to shout him out. So y'all tap in on the tap in. Like this, comment, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend, because that's how we grow. And if I ever gave you some insight or perspective, that small action goes a long way. So let's get into it. I've been building this thing for a while now, but tonight, this is the moment everything starts to become real. It's starting to come real. Everything I've been working for, everything I've been building, I can really actually put it all into action now. And so, not just to build a business, but to build something that creates opportunities for other people. And so tonight, that chapter begins. Because systems don't run without people. And so, I'd like you guys to meet my guy, Liam Schmidt. Currently enrolled at PSU. Liam, you graduating? When you graduating?
I got a couple years left.
Couple years left?
Yeah.
So
I got a year and a half.
Year and a half? So 2028?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When is graduation is it usually in the summer?
It's usually in the summer. I'm a term behind right now. I switched schools once,
Oh,
so I'm
gotcha.
graduating fall of 2028.
Got you.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man.
Normally summer, but yeah, I'm in the fall.
Cool. So that's my guy, Liam Schmidt. Y'all going to be seeing a lot of him. He's in the back in the scenes. Y'all know for a while I've been operating the whole system on my own. But I brung Liam onto the team, and so now he's going to be operating the backside of the production, and we're going to get him trained up, and I'm going to train him on the system, and we're going to see how much he can do. So he's not here to watch. He's here to operate. And so to understand how this actually runs, I've been building it piece by piece. It's a system, and so you kind of got to take it piece by piece. But his role right now is to learn the system from end to end, production, editing, and then we'll get into some of the distribution. But most importantly, how it all connects. He said he can do it all, so that's where we're going to start.
Hey, hopefully. I'm glad to be here, though. Thank you for bringing me on.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. But from there, we'll start expanding the team. I got another round of interviews set up coming up this week for the marketing side. So this isn't theory. This is real reps on real projects inside a real system. And the way he's going to learn is by doing it in real time. And so now when I say system, I talk about two things. For me, it's two things. First, it's the business system, the podcast host system itself. That's the one I'm installing inside real organizations. That's the one I'm operating right now myself. That's what turns conversations into relationships and relationships into business. And then this right here, what you're looking at right now, what here in the studio, I'm going to take a little footage on the Meta, and I'm going to show y'all. We're going to drop this in later, just so y'all can see. This is the podcast host system, the in-studio, the production system side of it. And so this can be set up and run by yourself or with an operator like my bro Liam. For me, podcast isn't just content. It's about building relationships at scale. And in business, relationships is more than anything. And just me and Liam was talking about when he came in the other day, he got here built on relationships. Tell him what you told me about. You said you had a professor that introduced you to Marissa, and then Marissa introduced you to me. Is that how it went?
Yeah, no, I had a professor, my sports communication professor.
Okay.
He knew I was looking for something in content creation, doing things like that, 'cause that's what I've kind of been doing my entire adult life. And I was looking for more, and then he connected me with Marissa, who's the internship coordinator at PSU, and then she.
Yep.
I didn't even find your internship on Handshake or anything like that.
Yeah.
She knew it was what I was looking for, and then she shot me an email with your information. And
Nice.
I just applied, reached out to you.
Yeah, tight. See, that's all about relationships.
Yes,
That's how
sir.
it worked. He had relationships with the people at PSU. I got introduced to Marissa, and I had a meeting with Marissa. I was really just figuring out the internship stuff, and so someone connected me with Marissa, and I had a meeting with Marissa, and at kind of towards the end of the meeting, when she figured out what I was looking for, she's like, "Oh yeah, I know. I know exactly who I want to tell you to look for," and it was Liam, and so that's pretty tight. Like I said, the relationships more than anything. So before we went live tonight, his first task was building the entire setup from scratch, and so I broke everything down. I had nothing set up, and so when he came in and he got to build it from scratch, what'd you think about that?
A lot of moving pieces.
Yeah,
Got a lot of gear here, a lot of chords, but I got it. I got through it. Yeah.
Got
I
through it, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's looking pretty clean. I guess they'll have to let us know, but
yeah,
I think it worked out. Yeah.
nice.
You got a lot of cool equipment here.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
It's nice playing with all the new stuff. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, so you got to get used to it. This is gonna be your equipment now.
Yeah. Nah, but it was good. It was good. It was good.
Nice.
Good to get hands-on experience instead of just getting thrown into it without knowing how to build it up from the ground up.
Yes, that's the key thing. That's always been an issue of mine. I think what's been holding me back is I didn't really have a full system that I can really set out and show somebody how to do. I knew how to do things myself, but that's not a system. But now I have a system. So now I taught you the system. Now you can teach somebody else the system at some point.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Yep.
So let's talk about audio a little bit. Let's talk about audio a little bit. Audio is everything. If it doesn't sound right, nothing else matters. So we got the audio. Then next is the lighting. Lighting is about control. Making sure the set looks the same every time. Now that you've seen the system being built, let me show you actually how to build one. This is where I need you to lock in, the listeners. If you're listening, if you're watching, this is where the other part of the system takes form. So grab a pen. And really, this is the first part of a series focused on building a podcast the right way. And so this is the Thorn City Spotlight Show, Saturday Night Live. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching how to podcast, basically. So part of the show will be about teaching something about podcasting. And the second part will be an interview or a spotlight. A spotlight interview or a spotlight of somebody I ran into within the community. I'm going to start getting out more. I think I'm going to touch a little bit on that a little bit more. I think I have it in the script. But I'm going to start getting out into the community more and using my AI glasses and just doing some impromptu interviews. I might be at their place of business. I might be at their food truck, or I might just pass through them just walking through somewhere. And I'll turn on my glasses and I'll tell them to tell me who they are and what they're doing. And so what I'll do is I'll bring that footage into here. And if I don't have a guest, I'll drop that in as my spotlight. And so I'll teach and I'll spotlight. We're going to spotlight a topic and we're going to spotlight a person, either by a live interview or by a meta AI interview. And so if you want full breakdowns and replays and deeper access, I got a group called the Thorn City Podcast Academy on Facebook. It's a Facebook group I started a while ago. Haven't really did much with it, but I do notice people joining the group. And so that is something, now that I got some help, I can start figuring out how to hone in on and use that to advantage. So that's the Thorn City Podcast Academy. I need y'all to go in there if you want to get locked in what we got going on here at the Thorn City HQ studios, the podcast studios. It's open right now, but not for long. Eventually, all of this moves behind the membership, along with discounted access to the studio for the ones that's actually building. So let's start here. The name is the first real decision you have to make when building a podcast. Most people get this wrong. They try to be clever instead of clear. When you're naming the show, messed up. Okay, there we go. I'm going to start that. Most people get this wrong. They try to be clever instead of clear. When you're naming a show, you're really deciding one thing. What do you want to be known for? Because your name does 3 jobs. First, it tells people what the show is about. Second, it attracts the right audience. And third, it positions you in the market you want to be listed in. So for me, everything comes back to one idea. It's all about your day one list. When you're naming your podcast, you're usually playing in 1 of 3 lanes. Either it's clear, you instantly know what it's about, it creates curiosity you want to click, or it builds authority. And it positions you as the go-to in that market, that field you want to be known for. And so the simple rule is, if someone hears your podcast name once, they should either understand it or they should want to understand it. And so for those who's listening, watching, here's what I want you to do. Write down 3 names. 1 that's clear, 1 that creates curiosity, and 1 that positions you as the authority. For me, I came up with the Thorn City Spotlight Show. The idea was simple. Highlight people, build connections, and create opportunities. And once you got the name, now it's all about the people. For me, this has always been about the power of networking and forming strategic alliances. Not surface level networking, real relationships. People you can actually build with. And over time, for me, that became clearer. Be seen, be heard, be remembered. That's what we do here at the Spotlight Show. The Spotlight Show is how you get seen. The system is how you get heard. And what we're building is how you get remembered. Everything we just built leads to this moment. Or should I say everything I've been building leads to this moment. And this is actually kind of where I had a realization, because none of this is new to me. But I remembered something I started a while back. I actually wrote a book, but I never published it. It was all about how to start a podcast. And so one of the biggest things I've learned about myself is that I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always on to the next move. But I'm going to be honest, sometimes that works against me. Because I'll start building something and I'll move on before I fully finish it. But now I'm in a different position. I've actually built the system. I've run the system. And so now I understand it at a different level. And so now the point where I'm at, I'm kind of looking back on some of those ideas I've come up with, and I'm realizing it might be time to actually finish the book idea. And so what I'm going to do is something I've been thinking about. I'm going to go back and update the book because, like I said, it was something I started writing when I first got into podcasting. Actually, before was I hosting my show yet? I don't even think I was hosting my show yet. And so I've learned a different side of things being behind the mic. So I'm going to go back, like I said, update the manuscript, refine it, and actually put it out. And so instead of making y'all wait for the book, I'm going to start breaking it down right now a little bit. And it kind of helps now that I got Liam here. I finally locked in the format for the show. The Saturday Night Lives, 8 to 10 p.m. We go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And part of this isn't just a conversation. It's the build. It's the breakdown. And so this is where we take time every single episode to teach something real. I kind of started that here now, but I'm getting to some more stuff here. And so something you can actually apply. And that's what it is, a live breakdown of the podcast host system. I mentioned it earlier, Thorn City Podcast Academy. This is a piece of that. And so let's take a step back. I was talking about the name earlier, because once you have a name, a lot of people get stuck. And so what actually come next, I've broken it down into 5 steps. Step 1, defines the purpose. Who is this for? For me, for business owners, creators, and people trying to build something real and be seen for it. And then this is something most people skip. You don't need to know exactly who you're talking to. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You need to know exactly who you're talking to. Not just everyone. And not just people who might be interested. You need a clear picture, an ideal listener. Because if you don't know who you're talking to, your content ends up being for no one. Let me say that again. If you don't know who you're talking to, your content ends up being for no one. And so, everything comes from this. Your topics, your messaging, even how you speak. It all changes on who you're trying to reach. For me, oh, I lost it. For me, I'm talking to someone who knows they're capable of more. That's where I was at. They're driven. They want to build something real, but they haven't found the right system to execute yet. And so they understand the value of relationships. They're not chasing views. They're trying to build something that actually leads somewhere. If you can describe your listener clearly, you can reach them consistently. For me, this show is about visibility and how you use it to build relationships and form strategic alliances. If you do this right, this turns into opportunities, better conversations, and real business comes from it. But it's also about execution. Teaching people how to actually run a podcast using the system. That's what I like to do. Give back and teach people what I've learned. Step 2 is the structure, format, flow, and segments. And so what you're looking at right now, this is the system in action. The build, the breakdown, the teaching, the conversation. It's all intentional. Every episode follows the same process. Prepare, record, edit, publish, promote. Same process every time. Prepare, record, edit, publish, promote. That's the process. That's the system. Same processes every time. And then we got step 3. Build a recording system. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just something you can run every time. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just something you can run every time. And so check this out. Meta AI record. Meta record. This is how I'm gonna show y'all the system again. This is the setup we got here. This is what we got at Thorn City HQ. Thorn City Syndicate. The Thorn City Podcast Studios is what I like to call it. And so this is my setup for the podcast whole system. We got three cameras. We got 3 cameras. There's 2 on me right now. There's a close shot, a close-up shot. There's a wide shot. And then we got the 3rd shot on Liam right now. It's kind of tight. I haven't had this. This is something I wanted to do when I was working with my brother, Just Stone. He was like me, though. He don't want to get on camera. I thought I was going to get him on. But it's nice to actually finally do it. And so...
Yeah, it's looking clean.
It's looking clean?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, this is the setup. The 3 cameras, the audio, the lighting. But let me say this. It's not about having the best gear. It's about being able to show up and press record and run it every single time. So whether that's from your smartphone, a webcam, your MacBook Pro cam, it don't matter. Just set it up, consistently record, and believe you me, things will happen for you. It ain't gonna happen overnight. That's what consistency is about. But it will show up. It's about being able to show up, like I said, press record, and run every time. Let's see. So let me tell y'all, since I'm live and I'm all about full transparency because we can go back and edit this out. I'm used to the setup. I'm used to doing by myself, but I have Liam in here tonight, and he's running the system over there, and he has my wireless mouse, and so I had to resort to using my iPhone as my wireless mouse. So I'm getting caught up in my script. It's jumping all around on me, and so sometimes you might hear me sound like I'm messing up. It's because I'm trying to get this dialed in. But that's the thing about live. I don't advise everybody to go live because some people care too much about the product. But going live, it has its benefits and it has its downfalls. The one downfall is it's live, and so whatever happens, happens. But you always got the editing room to go back and edit to put something out clean.
And you're still getting in here and hitting record.
And you're still getting here and record. That's the key. Okay, let's see. I done totally messed myself up. Okay, where we go here now? We got the cameras showing up. Okay, right there. If you don't have a setup, if you know setup of yours, you can use mine. So it only costs a couple dollars. You can rent the whole studio. We got the whole setup. I can show you how to do it yourself. You pay a couple more dollars, and then you get Liam.
Hey, yep. I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a great deal. So yeah, no setup. Come use what we got going on down here at Thorn City HQ. But if you want to learn how to do this yourself, stay tuned to the end. I got something for you. So, step 4 is distribution. Long form becomes short form. And this is why I like starting with live. Like I was saying before, live has its benefits and it has its downfalls. But this is why I like starting with live. Live gives you leverage. One session turns into everything. From one session, you get your full episode, you get your audio podcast, you get your video content, and you get your clips. You can always pull audio from video, but you can't go the other way. Let me say that again. You can always get audio from video, but you can't get video from audio. So you might as well do video if you have the means to do it. And if you don't have the means to do it, come see me. I got something for you. But that's how you stay visible without having to create something from scratch every time. And beyond that, this is where something like the Thorn City Content Day comes in. A dedicated session where you're not just recording episodes, we're creating content. Short form, targeted pieces, all in one block of time. That's a new thing I've been working on. I've been waiting to get some help. I didn't want to do it all myself, but that's something I've been working on is having a Thorn City Content Day where it's all about creating strategically created shorts and reels, because shorts and reels is a lot of social media. So that's a service we're going to be offering around here. So instead of trying to create every day, you batch it and let the system work for you. Step 5 is consistency. I've said that a few times. Consistency. It takes you a long way. And consistency is not 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Consistency is week after week, month after month, year after year. That's what consistency is. But this is where most people fall off because it's not about one episode. It's about showing up again and again and again and again. That's the system. Purpose, structure, recording, distribution, consistency. And so, I said it before, this isn't just a show. This is something we're building in real time. And I've been doing this for some months now. I've been building in real time. And so y'all going to get a glimpse of that when I start releasing new episodes of the Thorn City Spotlight Show. I've been in the spotlight. These episodes are not going to be about spotlighting any other guests. It's going to be about spotlighting me, what I've been building, what I've been going through in real time, and some of the topics in real time. So that's what's going to be the spotlight over the next 20 to 30 episodes, something like that. And then I'll start getting back into bringing some guests in, and I'll start releasing some guest episodes. But now this is where the system continues because we're recording, and recording is only half of it. What you do after the recording is what matters. That's where the leverage come from. And so editing and the workflow behind it. Let's see. I lost my spot again. We're currently recording through Riverside FM. That's what I like to use. Actually, we're on Riverside FM and we're on Streamlabs for the live. Riverside has a live stream, but I didn't like it at all, and so I kept Riverside. I know it's an extra cost, but I'm just going to write it off, so it's all good. But Riverside FM is where things start to speed up the process for you, because tools like this, they're not just for recording. They help you move faster on the back end. You got high quality recording, built-in editing. You can literally edit the entire episode through the transcript. Change the text, and it updates the audio and video. And then they got more AI tools in there. So actually, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a look at those tools. Instead of talking about it, we're gonna make it real. So let's see. Let's see if I can do this right. Let's see how I want to do this. So basically, let me tell you this first before I pull it up. Like I was saying, I got over 30 episodes. I got over 30 live episodes recorded, and so that's what I'm gonna start. That's what I'm gonna start turning into actual podcast episodes. These streams are like hour, 2 hours long sometime, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make an episode, and it's gonna be like 15 or 20-minute episode where I'm talking about something specific. But I got quite a few of those episodes built up in the library, and so from when I was building the system to now. And so we're going to take one and turn it into content. For the sake of time, we're going to find one that I already got loaded up. Because everything I just mentioned, this is where it actually happens. And so, Liam, this is where I can kind of show, this is a good chance for me to kind of show you the back end of the Riverside and what it looks like in there. Everything lives right in there. Let's see. Riverside. Let me take this off of here. And then let me go. Did they give us anything?
Is it cool to switch the camera monitor or your computer?
Yeah, you can switch to the computer. Yep. So this is the Riverside FM. Like I said, everything lives here. Let's go projects. I'm going to go find one of my old projects here. Let's see. Let's see. Which one do we want to pull up? I'll pull up one of these so you can kind of see in the background. You can kind of see what GMP Podcast Studios. This was my other studio, the GMP Podcast Studios, before I came here. Can you see that? Yep. So the back behind me, that was my office back there. So where we're at now, this studio, that was basically back there. So basically from GMP, now it's all, everything is all where I'm at in one room now. Over there, we had a whole floor, and so we had a couple studio spaces, a couple office spaces. So this is the Riverside FM. This is the recordings. If you hit edit, we'll go into the edit room inside Riverside FM, and it should pull up the transcript. Bam, right there. So this is how you can edit. You can edit from the transcript that I was talking about. You delete a line from the transcript, and it'll delete a line from the audio and video. And then you got the AI tools. You can remove pauses. You can remove the filter words all in one click. You can find fluff. This is what I like here, the magic audio. This is where they boost your audio up, all in one click. And what I like about Riverside, it's all about saving you time. When I was building the podcast host system, it's all about how do you save somebody time. A lot of people don't have time to try and figure it out. They just want to do it. They want someone else who's figured it out for them, and they can just show them and do it. And so that's what Riverside FM did for podcasting. It's just like Zoom. It's like Zoom was made popular over COVID. I don't think Zoom is as big as it was during COVID. But this Riverside FM was based off of Zoom, but it's more specifically for podcasting. So you got the magic audio there, smart layouts, the eye contact. Now, like I said, I'm all about transparency. I put these glasses on so you can't really see my eyes moving back and forth between my script and the camera. But they have a feature in here where you can it'll make your eyes look like you're looking at the camera all the time. So that's something pretty smooth. They got an animated clip. It'll remix the clips, and then they got automated B-roll. I haven't gotten to really using that too much, but what I have gotten to using is, let's go back, Made for You. If you go into Made for You, this is where the magic happens. This is where they create all the clips app. So that's the full episode. Then they got the magic clips here. And they even give you a ranking, 99, 95, 90, 85, from what they think's best. And so look at all these clips I got from one episode that they created. Clips. Those are clips. Those are all less than a minute. There's a little over a minute. And then you go down, they got the magic segments. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. There's another set. And then you got the hooks. These are the reels and the shorts. And they even add captions for you. For me, I don't really like their captions that they give you. So I'll go and fix my captions. I'll either fix it in here because they updated the caption system. I like some of the ones they added. But if not, I download these out of here and then I upload them into CapCut and then I'll put my captions in there. Then they give you some posts, AI generated posts, a couple of those. Then they give you some snapshot pictures you can use for social media. So, I mean, this gives you a lot to work with. So, look, let me just count this up. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. There's 21 clips that they generated for you, just like that. And so the key is using AI to your benefit. And so whether that's using it as is or you take it and put it into your own world and create it how you want to create it. I'm going to get into a CapCut at some point. I'll do a CapCut tutorial. I'll do a CapCut tutorial and show you about CapCut. They have an auto cut feature. What I like is what I've been using. And so what I do is I take a bunch of stuff, I'll auto cut it, and then from the auto cut, I'll edit that together. So I'm all self-taught. I've learned a lot. I didn't get a chance like my guy Liam over here to go to school and learn the right way to do it. I learned by trial and error, what they call school of hard knocks. But I'll be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way. I tried going to school. I went to a community college here in Portland, and I went to a community college down in Georgia. School wasn't for me. It's not for everybody. But if you can do it, it shows a lot about you and your character to be able to actually go through school and get through all the programs and the classes and actually graduate a degree. I know some people say it ain't what it used to be, but it still means a lot, I think, personally. Let's see. Let's get back to the script. Let's see. So yeah, that's the back end of the Riverside FM. That's really a big part of the system that I created here. It's all right there. That used to be the longest part, is going through your episode and cutting out clips and figuring out the clip. Now you can still, that's the other thing I teach when I show people about podcasting, and I show them Riverside FM. AI is going to pick the clips that it thinks are the best, and to some degree it knows what it's talking about, but then there are going to be, special moments and specials of the show where you were talking about stuff that it didn't pick up, and so you can always go and cut that up yourself in CapCut, or iMovie, or you can hire Liam and he'll do it for you.
Hey, come in the studio, yeah.
But now it's streamlined. You're not digging through footage anymore. You're working with the system. And so from there, you get the full episode. You can use AI to cut your clips, and that's it. One recording can turn into dozens of pieces of content. And from there, the only thing left to do is publish. But we're not going to get into publishing tonight. Next time, we'll break that down. We'll break down publishing and how you get on all the major platforms. We'll break down publishing and how to get on all the major platforms. And then after that, it's all about promotion. Promote. But I'm done teaching for tonight. We covered the system. We walked through it. And you've seen how this runs. And so, like I said, next time we'll get into publishing, how everything actually gets out to all the platforms. But before we get there, next, Liam, I want to see how you think. And so tonight was all about getting you entrenched in the system, seeing how the setup works. That's why I broke it all down and let you set it up. But next time, what next I want you to do is I'm gonna get some stuff uploaded into the Google Drive and have you start going through the backlog of my episodes and just checking out the content and assess the content and understand what's there. And really, I just want you to get familiar with it, so you're on the same page as the marketing side when we bring that in, because that's probably going to be here. I got two. Actually, they're coming in back to back on Monday, and got a male and a female. The female goes to George Fox out in Newburgh, and then I believe the guy, he's at Portland State, I believe, actually.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, sweet, yeah.
But we're going to get them in there, get you some help, give me some help, get us some help.
Build that system.
Build the system. But while you're in there, you can start forming your own perspective and think about how you would roll it out, what would you prioritize, and what would you turn into content first. But like I said, it's really just understanding how you think. And so I got a couple questions for you.
All right, yeah, hit me.
Who would be your ideal coworker? Who would help best benefit what you're trying to help me do?
Man, maybe someone to do like some of that back marketing stuff and things like that. I love running the show, being very hands-on, kind of helping you form the content.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of where my background has been the past few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could do a lot of the other stuff as well, but I think my talents are better utilized doing things like that, and I want to make sure that the vision comes to fruition and actually looks good and the content is good before it's all edited and put out there for promotion.
Nice. Gotcha. And so let me ask you this. What would be your number one freelance service, and what would you want to be known for, and who would be your ideal client?
Cause I've done a good amount of freelance stuff
Okay.
myself. Usually I'll do I'll pick up my cameras, go shoot somewhere, do like conferences and things like that. But honestly, this is pretty fun. I think it's cool
Yeah.
to be behind the scenes while somebody else is making content. So I think that would be it, honestly.
That'd be it.
Yeah.
So basically, somebody like me.
Yeah,
Sit on
yeah.
the couch and you sit over there and you punch the buttons and switch back and forth from the cameras.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or hosting if anybody needs me to ever do that. But
Yeah.
kind of doing this is pretty sweet. I've done a lot of like conferences and things of that nature.
Okay.
Which is fun. It's cool, but
Yeah.
but it's cool to be helping produce some content like this.
And then you don't mind getting in front of the camera.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I've done
Nice.
commercials and stuff like that alongside all my video production. So
Nice.
I'm used to being in front of that camera.
Nice. Okay, so let's see. Up until this point, man, no, that's good. I just wanted to see how you approach things. Like you said, you told me you can do it all, and I like to have somebody who can do it all, but also know they don't want to do it all. They want to focus on their strength.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's key. So when I asked you what you wanted to do, and you said, I want to do it all, that was the answer I wanted to hear.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm giving you good answers. Man.
Absolutely. Not that I wanted you to do it all.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know that you feel like you're capable of doing it all.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Because it might not be called for, it might be called for, but the plan is to build a team and build a system, and that's what a business is, to get people to focus on their strengths. Like you said, you can do it all, but you're stronger at doing this. So keep you in this seat, and then bring somebody else to sit in that seat, and then I can sit in this seat.
Yes, sir.
And then we can build this thing out. And so, man, up until this point, I've really been figuring things out in real time. Oh, I lost it again. Where we go? And right there. Man, yeah, what I said, man, up until this point, I've been figuring this out in real time, building the system, testing things, and seeing what actually works. And so I got to give a shout out to my guy, Marcus Williams, from the Taking Another Path podcast. He was the first person to reach out to me when I moved into my new space, when I left the other studio, and I was really trying to figure out what I was going to do. Because I didn't know what I was going to do, to be honest. When we first decided we was going to close that studio, I didn't know how I was going to keep this train rolling. But I figured it out. I figured out a new spot I wanted to get. That's where we're at now. This is the Thorn City HQ. But he was the first person to see what I was doing when I started posting stuff about, what I wanted to do and where I wanted to take this thing. And so he trusted me to help him try to do what he wanted to do. And so he wanted to get into podcasting. And so everything you see now, it came from that. But now that part's done, I'm no longer figuring it out. This is no longer an idea. It's a system. I'm operating in it, and not just for myself. This is something I always wanted to do. Create real opportunities for other people like Liam. And so that's why I originally got into this management stuff in the first place. I like to build, and I like to help others build. And so now I'm installing the system inside real businesses. And now I'm teaching Liam how it works and see where he fits into it. And so next, we mentioned it before, I'm bringing in another intern to focus on the marketing side. Like Liam said, he has some training on marketing, but that's not what he wants to do. That's not what he wants to focus on. We want to keep Liam in the production side of things. And so we're going to bring in somebody who doesn't do they don't do the production side. They want to stick to the marketing side. And so that's what makes a good team. And so that's what we're going to do. Because now I got the system built. It's proven. It's no longer just me. And so from this point forward, it's not just about a live show anymore. This is what actually looks like to build something from the ground up. I've been documenting my journey of building something real And so when I get to releasing new episodes, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the system in action. You're going to see the relationships being built. And you're going to see growth happening in real time. But none of this happens without execution. And so that's what I like to call the syndicate plan. It's Thorn City Syndicate. And so it's all about executing the plan. And so that's the syndicate plan is what I come up with. And this is how the system actually runs in real life. It's the blueprint behind everything we're doing here. It turns conversations into content, content into visibility, and visibility into real business relationships. And so it's not about attention. It's about leverage. It's not about random content creation, because it's a system for being seen, being heard, and being remembered at scale. And so as it runs through people, me, I own the system, production, publishing, distribution. We got Liam here now. He's going to be running the production, capture, setup, and the whole workflow. And next we're bringing in the marketing for growth, distribution, and to see what actually performs. And so every episode runs the same way. We record, we edit, we distribute. It's really simple. Record, edit, distribute. But it's all structured. And so from one episode, you get the full conversation, you get clips, and you get deeper content for the ones who want more. And so the real play I'm running here is I'm no longer doing everything on my own. I no longer have to do it all myself. I built a system that produces, distributes, and grows content without relying on just me. And so it's not just content. It's a machine. It runs with or without me. What's her name? Oh, damn, I can't think of her name. I want to give her Cody Sanchez, I think her name is. She posted a clip one day I seen. It said, and it really put some stuff into perspective for me. It said, what would happen to your business if you disappear for 30 days? And I said, damn, my business will fold. It'll go under, it'll go down if I'm not here. And so that was me working in the business and not working on the business. And so now I have the opportunity to bring other people in to help me. And so now I can go from working in the business to working on the business. And then if I need to disappear for 30 days, Liam can keep the business running.
Yeah, I got you.
And so that's the key right there. And so it's not just content, it's a machine that'll run with or without me. And so there you have it. The system's built, and now I'm opening access. And so if you're watching this and you want to be a part of what we're running, there is a way in, depending on where you're at. And so the next thing I want to launch is the Thorn City HQ membership. And so it gives you access to the studio, the system, and everything behind it. And it also includes access to content days, where you schedule a day. We schedule a day to bring people in to block out time and create real content at scale. And so we sit down and we plan out a bunch of strategically intentional placed reels, and we just record reels for the day. And so you come in and for one day and you can have reels for the whole month. And so that's the theory behind the content days, the Thorn City content days. And so we're not just talking about it, but actually doing it. And so this is where you get the Thorn. I'm back to the Thorn City HQ membership. The content days is part of that. But as far as the membership goes, that's where you get the behind the scenes access to the system, and a real look at how it actually works. And so then the ones who want to go deeper, launching what I call the podcast host workshop. And this is something I'm building alongside my guy, Andrew Morgan. Andrew Morgan has started a space called the Workshop PDX. It's a collective of artists from all walks of life coming together to create and share. And so whether you want access or you want to execute, there's a path for you. Let's see. I said it once before. I'm going to say it again. It's not just a podcast. It's a system. It's a system you can step into. And this started as an idea. But then it became a system. But now it becomes something bigger. And so this is just the beginning. And so as we close out tonight, some brands are destinations. Thorn City is a network. Some create content. We own visibility. It's your boy Naeem Hall, the Thorn City podcast guy. But before I let you go, like I said at the beginning, I need you to tap in on the tap in like my guy Season would say. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, comment, share it, follow the show. Support is free and it goes a long way. That's how the platform grows. That's how these conversations spread. And that's how we keep spotlighting the people doing the real work. I appreciate everyone who's been part of my journey so far. Let's see, 2014 is when I started. We were at 2020, so I'm about 12 years in. So anybody who's been supporting me along the way, I appreciate you. And until next time, this is the Thorn City Spotlight Show. Be seen, be heard, be remembered. I'll see you next episode. Bam. That's it.